Well, look who it is. Oh, is everything all right, miss? I'm just fine, thank you. Excuse me. Oh, that was Tom. Say, does that lady seem kind of familiar to you? Yes, now that you mention it, something about her did seem rather familiar. What are you doing here? Welcome aboard, sirs. May I interest you in a refreshing beverage or scrumptious snack? Sorry, miss, but right now we are busy searching for a small child. We've seen a young boy wandering around by himself around here. Little boy, huh? Nope. Sorry, mister. That doesn't ring any bells. What happened? Did he get lost on the train? Yes. Unfortunately, we haven't been able to track down the missing tot. You know, I probably shouldn't spread rumors, but hey, I've got nothing else to do. Did you know that there's a weird old lady staying in this car? What if she kidnapped the little one and has him stowed away in her room? I know it's probably not true, but what if she's just so bizarro I can't help thinking that? But I could get in trouble for spreading rumors about patrons, so forget I said anything, okay? Strange older lady, huh? I wonder if we've seen her around. Your guess is as good as mine, Luke. But it certainly does make one wonder. Puzzle? Totally dying of boredom. On this train, I seriously cannot wait to quit this gig for a real job. I think I've searched one very thoroughly. Okay. You, sir, are new. Oh, a passenger. Sorry, sir. I didn't mean to get in the way of you using the deck. You're not a passenger, too? I'm just the mechanic on the train. I ride along with her in case something goes funny. As you might figure, she's smooth as butter. Makes my job pretty easy. In fact, I got so much free time that I started making up puzzles. Want to take one for a test drive? Alright, 20. Oh boy. After years of bad business, a local zoo has finally run out of money to feed its animals. Bellies rumbling from days with no food, the animals make a plan to escape the zoo. After prying open the bars on their rusted cages, all the animals attempt to find their way through the maze-like walls of the zoo to exit. Tap the picture of each animal you think made it safely out of the zoo, and then tap to submit the answer. Just remember, an animal shows its true colors in the wild. Okay, well. Can I draw? No. So this is the exit. Boom, boom, boom. So right here, this is the only way to get to set exit. So does this go to anything? Gotta go down here. Yeah, so I can go down here. Alright, so you are good. You can make it out. So then we go over here. You are good. So now we have to go to the southern path, which doesn't lead anywhere. Is it really that simple? Is it really that simple? This one goes down here. Boom, 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 boom. Dead end. This one only go here. Down. This is a dead end, so you have to go down. Means that forks off to that other guy. This forks off to the other guy. So I guess I'm going to go with two. These two.
Consider this puzzle solved.
Oh. Alright.
Well.
Think hard
I
about the
suppose
clues
you
you've been
can't
given
do
and
them
try
all.
again. Alright then. Alright, come on. I think made it out of the zoo safely. And then just remember, animal shows its true colors in the wild. Oh. Oh, I don't know what this is, you know? I mean, it looked like a brown sheep. Or like a, I don't know. Alright, we'll go with that one.
This should
You
do
know,
the trick.
what is that supposed to be?
Ha! Wonderful.
Sharp thinking. The only animal that will safely escape to freedom is the lion. While both the rabbit and the lion will make it as far as the path to exit, the second the lion spots the rabbit, he's guaranteed to eat it. A lion. Get out of here. Hey, what's the big idea? Don't you know it's hard to pass time with puzzles when you solve them that fast? I know, right? Clearly, I should take my time. Don't suppose anything on the train's gonna break, do you? I'm dying for something to do. Can't help you, bruh. Hello there, sunny boys. Ever get all knock-kneeled and goosebumpy from a terrifyingly hard puzzle? Have no fear. The beautiful and clairvoyant Granny Riddleton stands before you ready to help. I should have known. Who else could this tiny house belong to? Hey, wait a second. What are you doing here anyway? So you've heard of me, eh, Shorty? Good to know I'm still a hit with the young'uns. What do you mean? Of course I've heard of you. We met before, remember? Nope. I suspect you've got the wrong granny, boy. Never seen you before. But you're here now, so that means you'll want to hear my spiel, right? Not really. Oh, no need to be so modest. Allow me to thank you for visiting me by bestowing a little tidbit of information on you. My specialty, you see, is puzzles. Puzzles people forget about. Puzzles people miss. Surely you boys had a few of those, eh? No need to turn red. Happens to the best of puzzlers. What I do, you see, I take those poor little lost puzzles and invite them to come stay with me. I imagine any puzzles you left behind have found their way to my hut as well. So if you want to say hello, or if you want to say hello or something. If my hut is empty, then you clever lads will just have to go out there and find some more puzzles. Now why don't you take a peek inside to see what's in there? See what's there, or see with the stuff and the what and the stuff and the what. Apparently there are no puzzles. Like a boss? Boss mode in it. If I were the owner of this picture, I'd display it proudly in my home. Okay. You got any puzzles for me? Puzzle packed in the hut to the one you love and saw? Take a peek for yourself. Alright, you ain't got none. Did you scare Kylo away? Nah, he's probably just playing, what's it called? Xenogears. Go sleep. Yep. Go sleep. Excuse me, sir. Have you seen a little boy wandering around with only one shoe? No, I don't believe so. But come to think of it, a couple who was just here were talking about a child. Interesting. Do you have any idea where we might find this couple now, Mike? I believe they are staying in the 4th car, sir. May I recommend paying them a visit? A wonderful suggestion. Thank you for your assistance. Come along now, Luke. Let's go drop in on the couple in the 4th car. Which way is the 4th car, though? Is it ahead of me or behind me? Maybe he's still typing like in The Shining? Oh, man. This guy looks like that butler. You know who I'm talking about. This is our room, right? Oh, no. Come on. Alright, fine. Whoa there, young fellow. You're in the wrong room. My wife and I are staying here. Dreadfully sorry to intrude, sir, but we are searching for a lost little one. Did you happen to see or hear anything pertaining to this? Oh, sweetie, I think they might be talking about that darling cutie pie who just passed by, remember? Oh, yes, yes. He was a cute one, he was. Small and very clever looking, I'd say. So, you did see Tom, then? He's been missing a while now. I didn't know whether he was a girl or a boy, truth be told. Tom's a right nice name, though. Oh, pish posh, dear. I'd bet my best mall walkers it was a girl who passed by our room. Oh, yes, now that you mention it, I had a feeling that scamp might be a girl. But until you stick a ribbon on its head, who can really tell, eh? Now I'm all turned around. I don't have the faintest idea who we're talking about anymore. What? I hate to say it, but it looks like this hot lead just turned cold, Professor. On the contrary, Luke, we may have just stumbled onto some extremely valuable information. What do you mean, Professor? You'll see. First, let's return to the scene of Tom's disappearance. Or I guess he said, you'll see. As in, you'll see, period. Now, let's get rid of that. Yeah, okay, I was about to say, y'all got a puzzle for me? Sorry couldn't be more of help to you. It was nice talking to you folks, though. Let me give you a puzzle for the road. Want to pick a rats. 8 people are playing an unusual communication game. In this game, one person has to get a message across to 7 other people. It takes 1 minute to pass along the message, and each time the message is spoken, it can only have one recipient. Using these rules, what's the shortest amount of time in minutes for the message to pass to all 7 other players? Okay, the trick here is that once you pass on a message, those people that have the message can pass on the message because it can only have one recipient. All right, so we have our first message, and that gets passed on to, we'll just say, person number 1. Then, actually, I should do it like this. So person number 1. Actually, yeah. So we're gonna put M is the messenger, the first messenger, okay? And I have an on-screen memo. Okay, fine, I'll do that. So we have M, okay, and then we have person number 1. All right, then M can go to person number 2, and 1 can go to person number 3. Okay, then for the next round, person number 2 can go to person number 4, person number 3 can go to person number 5, and person number 1 can go to 6, and M can go to 7. So each thing takes a minute. So we have our first minute, which is this one, and then 2, 3, 4 minutes. That's what I'm going with.
Consider this puzzle solved.
Okay, well, life was hard.
Oh, my.
The wording of the
This
puzzle
one
throw
is
you for a
quite
loop.
formidable.
Again. My diagram is correct. My count is not. Well, life is hard. So M1, got 2, we got 3, got 4, got 5. Oh, we got 6, and we got 7. So 1, 2, 3, 3 minutes. My bad. Okay. I mentioned that I'm bad with math puzzles. I'm also bad with counting.
Consider this puzzle solved.
Okay.
And there we have it.
Life is hard. It's, my if I used my piece of whatchamacallit here, I would have gotten it. It's Super Gamer Rob's fault because I had to use the memo. Very nice. If the original messenger spreads the word as shown above, the game can be completed in 3 minutes. During that time, the original messenger can tell 3 people the message. And the people who hear the message within the first 2 minutes can go on to become messengers themselves. When an emergency arises, information networks structured in the above fashion can help get the word out fast. Yes, sirree. That's the answer. Pair of sharp tacks, the two of you are. I'm downright impressed. Still don't get your hopes up about finding that little one. He could be any. Goodness, listen to my husband. Sometimes he can be a little negative without realizing it. I, for one, am rooting for you. Best of luck finding that little one. Hey. Hey. Got another puzzle for me? No? What about if I talk to you? No? Okay, just, had to double check. The memo system in future games is like 100 times better. Okay, good. Ah, Inspector. Tell me, are you any closer to uncovering the whereabouts of the missing child? So, you two are still flipping over furniture to find that tyke, hmm? You mean to say that the child has been found? No, not at all. What I'm saying is that the child is no longer on this train. I've asked everyone aboard, but no one gave me an answer that suggested they'd seen the lad. It's led me to the conclusion that the poor child either got off earlier or fell from the train. Fell off? Yes, it's entirely plausible, given the way children love to run amok. When you combine that with their oversized heads, you've got yourself a recipe for disaster. I'll contact the railway police at the next station, so feel free to give up on your search. Just a moment, Inspector. The windows on the train are mounted high, and every exit is manned. Given the situation, don't you think it's unlikely a child could have made it off the train unnoticed? Alright, I'll humor you. So tell me, Layton, where do you think this elusive ankle-biter got off to? That I can't say, but something tells me we've made a rather large misassumption here. Boy, there's just no reasoning with you. Fine, keep playing detective. Nothing will come of it, I tell you. I tell you, sir. Lay gasp. The key thing is, count how many lines come out of the original messenger. Oh, well, I did a little bit more complicated than that. What's on your mind, my boy? You look distracted. It's hard to put my finger on why, but I feel like someone has been watching us for a while. You too, then. I've been feeling that same sensation myself. Do you think that someone might be tailing us? It's certainly possible. Keep an eye out for anything unusual. That's unusual. Huh? This looks like one of Tom's shoes, doesn't it, Professor? It certainly does. But the strange thing is, it's for the same foot as the shoe we found earlier. So it is. See, it's the dog. See, I already called this. Can't fool me. So then, Tom must be... Luke, I do believe we've made a faulty assumption. What exactly do you mean? Recall for a moment the events as they have unfolded thus far. Let's see. Found a tiny shoe on the floor. That's right, a shoe small enough for a baby. Then there was the cap we found in the kitchen, but it was lodged in such a tiny corner, I don't know how Tom could have wormed his way back there. Correct. In order to get back there, Tom would have to be no more than half your size. Now that you mention it, I don't think I've seen any boys younger than myself on the train. That was my impression as well, which is why I began to consider a different line of thought. Luke, what if you and I have already seen Tom and didn't know it? You see, all the while we've been searching for Tom, we've assumed that he's a small boy. But what if that assumption proves false? What if we've been wrong from the start? think I see what you're getting at, Professor. The second shoe was for this was the same in every way as the first shoe, including which foot it was for. If that strange pair of shoes means what I think it does, then Tom must be... Really? Oh, okay. Professor Layton has a feeling that Tom may not be a child we suspect him to be. Move the L-shaped pieces around and arrange them into a plus shape in the middle of the board in a way that sheds some light as to the true identity. Oh boy. Is this one of those sliding puzzles? I'm really bad at these. Oh, okay. This is not what I thought it would be. Guess I got a little overzealous here. Hold on a second. That needs to go to the back of the head. Hmm? Actually, this could be right. Could be. Except I'm guessing I have to put that there somehow. And unangling with this first. Alright, so we got that. I have 12 spaces for the pause. I'm gonna try it this way first. I'm deadly confused. I need one of those. Two of those. I guess we have to keep that one down here. So like, I got it, but I don't got it. Oh, you know what? They have to go right here. So... I mean, but like... Oh, well. Thought I just had to move, you know, the pause into like the correct spots, you know? I mean, that's what I wanted to do. Good work. I had the pause were junk blocks to get in the way, nothing more. Oh well. It would have been a much more interesting puzzle if I had to move them into the, you know, the good spots. Tom is a dog. You recall the girl we saw holding a small dog? I suspect that small dog was our friend Tom. So if we track down that girl, we'll find Tom. But where has the girl gone? This is an early game required puzzle. They are simple. Yeah. See, you say that, but remember who we're dealing with here. There is no simple puzzle for me. Except for the puzzles that I just, like, totally bodied. And I did body some puzzles.